The story of this hero began the 15th of August 1769 in Ajaccio, on the island of Corsica. At the age of 9, he was sent to school in France, where he spent the 7 next years in military school. At 16 years old, he was a lieutenant in the French army. 4 years later, the revolution began. At the age of 24, he was promoted as a general. This hero is Napoleon Bonaparte. When the Directors took place in 1795, they continued the Revolutionary War against the coalition. The French army quickly conquered Holland and Belgium. Their next target was Italy. Napoleon was promoted, and in 1796 he was commander of the army in Italy, with orders to attack Austrian forces in northern Italy. Napoleon led his army in a series of brilliant victories over the Austrians in Italy. By October 1797, all of northern Italy was under French control, and Napoleon was France's most famous general. One of the directors was plotting to get rid of his fellow directors and setting up a new, stronger government. To succeed, he needed military backing. He asked Napoleon to provide it. Napoleon agreed and joined the plot. It took only a month to create a new government. France was governed by 3 consuls. Napoleon was the first consul and became the head of the government. Napoleon increased his power by making himself emperor. His coronation ceremony took place on the 2nd of December 1804 in the Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris. Napoleon even paid for the Pope to travel to France for his coronation. In 1812, Napoleon gathered an army to invade Russia, and he went to Moscow. When once he arrived there, he saw the city on fire. The Russian army had left, and Napoleon had no shelter, no provision left. The winter was coming, and his only option was to return to France. But the winter was too cold, and a lot of soldiers died on their way back to France. Napoleon later surrendered to England, who exiled him on Elba. But Napoleon escaped and gathered an army and walked towards Brussels, but he met the English in Waterloo, and this is where the Battle of Waterloo happens. Napoleon lost and was exiled once again, and this time he never escaped. He spent the rest of his life in captivity and died as a hero in 1821.